Good morning, another beautiful day in God's kingdom. Today, we're going to take a look at the book of Job, and we're still following his life as we look at what's going on at this particular point. And let's see what important thing happens next. And in Job chapter 2, looking at verse 11, it says, When three of Job's friends heard of the tragedy he had suffered, they got together and traveled from their homes to comfort and console him. Their names were Eliphaz the Temanite, Bildad the Shuhite, and Zophar the Naamathite. When they saw Job from a distance, they scarcely recognized him. Wailing loudly, they tore their robes and threw dust into the air over their heads to show their grief. Then they sat on the ground with him for 7 days and nights. No one said a word to Job, for they saw that his suffering was too great for words. Show me your friends and I'll tell you the kind of person you are, is a popular saying. And as we take a look at this story, you want to first of all think of the fact that, hey, out of the many, many friends that Job must have had, he was wealthy, he was well known. So he would have had a huge, number of people hanging around him who were his friends. Out of that number, only three, and later on we find one more person joins them, but only these three came immediately they heard what had happened to him. And the Bible says here that from a distance, once they recognized, what was going on with him, they immediately took the same position, posture as him. They tore their robes, they sat with the sand on their head and all of it, dust on their heads and all of that, to show him that they were one with him in this moment of grief. And a lot of times when people, experience tragedy in their lives, people around them say, oh, I don't know what to say, so I couldn't go, or I didn't know what, how they would feel. Sometimes all you need to do is just to be sat there with that individual. All you need to do is be there with them. They don't even need you to say a word, at all. Just being there makes them understand that somebody is here with me, supporting me, sharing in my grief. And that would be the most important thing, that you could offer. And that is exactly what these men did. They, out of the multitude of friends, came, and they not only came, but identified with him and kept, him company in this moment of great grief and sadness. So if you have anybody around you that has gone through grief or is experiencing one, grief at this time, why don't you take a leaf out of their book? Maybe all you need to do is sit with them. You might be thinking, I don't know what to do. Well, go over, make a cup of tea or coffee if that's what they need. And maybe they don't even need you to do anything at all. Just be there with them and let them know that somebody cares about what has happened to them. God bless you. Have a beautiful day.